All right, Cotton, let's get this thing going. So we need
just
to
hit the eye.
kill that. There we go. Let's turn the chat on. People want to say stuff. All right. So those should be on here in a second. All right, I think we're going. We're waiting for the delay to catch up a little bit, but I think we are good to go. So just want to check: is everybody? Can everybody hear us and see us just fine? And then we will we'll make sure everything is running the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, thanks for catching the streams back on YouTube. So basically where we're at now is we ran into some problems with the general YouTube not safety first, guys. The general YouTube didn't like these things behind us. I did one live at home, and I had a picture of the US SOCOM M4 with its accessory layout behind it, and they had killed it. They had killed the live because of the poster in the background. I'm gonna turn that on for the
Yeah, let's do that.
And then so YouTube really does not like having here for the gender reveal. Oh, geez. Well, we don't assume people's gender, Rob. So we'll see. But yeah, we developed this new program off of our website, basically to deliver the same content but with a better quality, because we want to show you guys guns and stuff, and we can't do that if YouTube is always killing us. So these videos with the chat, I believe we should be able. No, we can't import the chat. I don't think.
We can save the chat. I'm not sure we're going to be able to import it to YouTube. But
no. This live chat over here, wherever it's at, that is for you and you alone. So feel free to say whatever constructive criticisms you want in there. We can then take this recorded live and then upload that to YouTube, like any other video, and it'll have its own chat and all that stuff on its own, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So we're here tonight, and I guess we'll, I guess we could start just by reading comments. That's usually what I do, is start by reading comments.
Okay.
The only problem that we're going to have a little bit is there's this delay. We got about, I think it's about 2 minutes. Or a minute.
I think we're sitting at about 2 minutes.
Which is an unfortunate thing, because you can see that there's people in there. Casual Malice. This person is a repeat offender. Repeat offender in the YouTube group. So I mean, look right there. Boom, boom. Already hitting shit. So welcome, guys. We'll start off with some chatter, and then we will. We'll catch your comments as they come through. The problem is they'll be a little bit delayed, so don't expect the hot chatter that we're used to seeing, where I'd see a question come up and I answer it immediately. We'll be a couple minutes behind on stuff, but we will see it. We will answer live your questions. Like, let's see here. Nick asks, stop mod stock and grip availability. So we don't have a stop mod grip. We've got the.
I think he's asking when we're going to have the new style grips.
The new style grips. Now, that's a quick question. I think we have those coming in. I don't know. You're here in a month or two or something like
I'm
that.
hoping so. We've got the new styles coming in. They just have to get packaged up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big bottleneck is getting them packaged up with all the components.
Right. SopMod stocks, I know that we've got a couple big production runs, so we could talk a little bit about that. So SopMod stocks have been, unfortunately, not as readily available as we would like. The big problem with that comes down to resin availability. Resin is the material that the stocks are made out of, and that material is industry-wide. Now, our resin, unfortunately, is a little bit different. It's glass-filled polymer or whatever you guys call that stuff. But basically, it's not a readily available. It's not plastic. It's not a rubber-like material. It's a real mil-spec resin that's tough and available, or tough and durable. But the problem is, it's not always off the shelf. So we have to wait with our molds until that resin is available. And because of COVID and all the other things, it just hasn't been hitting us as often as we'd like to see it. So definitely going to have a couple big runs of stocks here come shortly. You'll see them on complete rifles. You'll see them on some other things. But yeah, definitely coming up. Couple other questions, people.
Justin made a good point. If we're not going to have the chat available, make sure we read off the questions before we answer them.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. So let's see here. Ricky asked about a challenge coin. The only challenge coins that I know of, and we got a list together, we have to get down to the manufacturer. The Allegiant Rifle Works helped us out, is the challenge coins from the owner's experience. I still have to ship those out. Just been really busy, and it's on me. It's just a matter of getting the addresses, to get them shipped out. So, but we'll have those. As far as general LMT challenge coins, man, we just can't make them. That defeats the purpose of having an LMT challenge coin. They have to have some sort of prominence behind them. You gotta earn one. You can't just buy one. So I don't think we're going to be making any challenge coins just for the website. So you can go buy stickers or something like that. We should have sticker packs coming up soon.
I'm hoping so.
I think Danny's working on packaging for those.
Danny's working on getting. Who's he working with for the packaging?
I think he's going through HDC, which is the Handicap Development Center, which is a local resource that people who are physically impaired or something like that, they can actually go to work, and we give them assembly jobs basically. So they'll take a bag and a box of stickers and stuff and like that, and they'll load these bags up, and then they bring them back to us, and we put them in our inventory. This accomplishes two things. One, it saves time out on our assembly line, so we don't have a guy who would build uppers or lowers or barrels or something like that putting sticker packs together. Two, it puts local people to work who generally wouldn't be able to find employment, which is a good thing to do to support the community.
Yeah, we're trying to move, some of our small things, and maybe even as we were saying in our earlier stream, pins with trigger guards.
Yeah, they would
do that.
They would do some small packaging stuff that's not security risk based.
Exactly.
Like that. So, Euro version of the Axle trigger, Rob S. Is this the same Rob that was giving us crap up top? Let me go look. He did ask about SopMod stocks, but
Rob S was asking about a gender reveal.
That's right. This guy, man. But anyways, Rob S. He must be confused and needs us to help him out. Euro version of the Axle trigger going to be made available to the U.S. market. So right now, the Euro Axle is shipped in the reference rifle.
Reference rifle only?
Reference rifle only. And if you have a reference rifle, it obviously has a trigger in it. If you're not familiar with what that is, it allows the safety to be put back on after. So this is a standard And this is kind of a good opportunity maybe to switch over to our screen. Battery's dead. Okay, so we're not going to use that right now. We'll just come up here and use this. So basically, with the safety on, obviously no pull, nothing happens. Okay, take the safety off, put it in fire. You flip it up. This can't go back onto safe, right? So the Euro allows that to go back to safe, normally on the spec one. So that was a feature that was directly requested for by EDF. And a neat thing that's going to be happening, and you are attending NRA with me, right?
Yep.
I asked him that like I didn't tell him he had to go. I don't know what.
There was some back and forth. I had things to do.
We had a couple guys, but here's the neat thing. So, unlike SHOT Show, can't sell anything. NRA, we can actually sell stuff, and we will have a smoking deal on Euro axle triggers. If you're going to attend the NRA show, you stop by the LMT booth and you can buy them directly from Aaron and I, and Danny will be in attendance with us.
Yep.
Danny is another one of our sales guys, and he does all the graphic design for us. So we'll be selling those triggers in the new LMT tins. So it's Danny designed that. It's a stamped tin that has the LMT trademark logo in it. And when your trigger's not in there anymore, it's a great place to put all sorts of things. You can put gummy bears in there or Skittles. Some other sort of hard candy.
All your little Altoids tins projects you can put in that LMT tin.
Stuff that makes sense, like spare parts or whatever. But for guys like me, it's a great place for snacks. They seal up nice and tight from dirt. They're not waterproof. They're not airtight, but they are. I would consider them dust-proof snack containers.
And on that note, any of you guys who have SopMod stocks, if you figure out how many of a candy goes in there, email it to lakandera@lmtdefense.com, and I'll add it to the spec sheet on that SopMod battery tube.
There you go. All right. But does it have to be like of a specific candy? Or are you asking Skittles or M&Ms?
I put M&Ms on there already.
M&Ms, but regular classic M&Ms.
Classic M&Ms.
Not the minis, not peanuts.
No. Okay. So there's your opportunity.
There you go. Regular M&Ms, the brown bag.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the Euro version of the axle will be available very shortly. We just had to get some produced, but the first batch will be sold at the NRA show, and that will be
25th.
Today's though at the 2nd. So 3 weeks.
Something like that.
3 weeks we'll be in Houston at the NRA show. Come join us. Joe, the merchandise department is lacking. We need hats back. Jason said that, and I think Jason is basically just a disguise of Danny.
Yeah.
Danny's been beating us up to do some graphic design, and I believe he is working on. I don't know if he did hats yet.
I don't think we've done any hats.
I don't think I let him off the chain for hats yet. We've been so Danny and I have a ongoing feud right now of hats. I got this great big dome of a thing, and he's got an itty bitty little head. So what he likes doesn't fit mine. So we have a problem finding good hats that fit everybody, and that's what we want. We don't want to have 100 hats on the website of different sizes and stuff. We want one good hat that fits everybody. And we thought we had it with the last one, the white and black one, the trucker hat. Had the soft mesh, which Danny liked. It had a little bit of an elastic to the band, which Danny liked, but had a great big old dome to it. It was what I think that's what you call a low.
I'm not the hat expert.
Trying to think of
low crown.
Low crown. I think that's a low crown, and he likes high crown, or maybe it's the other way around. Anyways, so but he is working on some new awesome shirts.
There's some awesome shirts coming.
Yeah, so
and a new sweatshirt.
A new sweatshirt. He updated the Mars shirt. Got updated. He updated. We have a new logo, obviously. So there's this logo, if you can see it or whatever. He's updated the swoosh on the LMT. Is that an LMT? No, that's a little football. So you can see on this lower, if I can get it in the light, right there. that is the old logo, and you can kind of see how the new swoosh makes more of a resemblance to the OG football logo, is what we called that. So he updated that. So the shop shirts are updated.
Yep.
We got new shop shirts. I know everybody was asking about those. And they look more like shop shirts now. That was one of the things that he said, can I make it actually look like a damn shop shirt? And so instead of it saying LMT Defense across the front, it actually has a patch looking emblem. So it looks more like a shop shirt. Did he put in for the cage coat shirts?
I want the cage. That's the one I want. The cage coat shirts. I think
Danny and I had an idea, and because I was going through some old material, and I found the original LMT Defense cage code submission card from 1980. It was still in perfect shape, and this was back when it was a postcard that was mailed from the Department of Defense, handwritten to Carl with our cage code on it. So I said, Danny, do something cool with this, and he made an awesome shirt. So it's basically one of those things, when you put it on, and if you go out to the range, it's one of those, if you know, you know. If you don't, you're like, what is, 35W44 or something like that. You're like, what is that? And it's a cage code for, that is, in the world of the U.S. government, that's LMT's signature. Yeah. And, it's got.
I think part of it's upside down, too, isn't it?
The whole thing is upside down in relation to the card that, like the blank card it was written on, the cage code itself. And he goes, can I write this? And I said, nope. Exactly.
Photocopy of it. Make it exact.
So that's one new thing that's coming on the merch side. So you guys are definitely getting that. Look at this. Justin. Is 300 Blackout piston for shovel head up or shovel nose? Shovel nose upper is a thing. I heard y'all do a DI for 300 Blackout. So this is a great, we talked a little bit in our test today. So we did a test of the live, and it just so happens we still have the stuff in here. And maybe what we want to do, I almost want to see if we can get the camera off and get the battery changed so we can get that updated. Because we have a split screen setup that we can do. How does this work? I wish Danny was here because he knows.
Yeah, I don't know cameras.
Oh, I think I got it. Don't break. Oh, no. Okay. This is unfortunate. This is going to be bad. And I'm going to break Danny's camera and he's going to be mad at me. Come on. We had tested this before, guys, and I'm sorry that we were having technical issues. This is a good time to do this. and then play some. Yes, normally we'd be playing music right now or something like that to sorry, error, But get a battery swapped out real quick. Now the hard part is getting this threaded back on.
Seems like a bad design.
I just broke it. Don't tell Danny.
Don't tell Danny.
Don't tell Danny. Danny doesn't know the Fiona and me. All right. We're almost there. It's only like
A few more threads.
17 more turns. You know, they made them coarse thread to make them fast and easy to install, but they didn't think that people like me would be doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, it's like doing it on a grip screw. You never think it's gonna end.
Yeah, right. I think I got one more.
Is it just a really long screw, or did I double think?
Yeah, right. Let's try that. No. Still ain't there.
Yeah, we know you can still hear us.
we left the audio going on purpose, kind of. Maybe I tightened it too much. Now I can't use the tensioning lever.
All right, so next we need a technical difficulties card.
That's right. All right, so it's not screwed all the way on, but what we're going to do is we're just going to roll with it.
There you go. That'll work.
And make sure I've got enough slack here. Bring this forward a little bit. All right, so let's give us a second here. We're gonna see if this works. Now we're back. Yeah, we're just looking at that Red Bull. So bring it down a little bit. Give her a twist and an adjust. There we go. Look at that. So here's the neat thing. We can switch between these two camera views. And actually, I believe we can scroll. Let's see here. We'll give the Nikon the benefit. And then, no, we want to go the other way, right?
Other way.
We're going to pull the Nikon down. And we're going to take this. And we're going to do that. So now you guys can see us like it matters. But then you can see what we're going to talk about. We have this screen up here to allow better demonstration. So we have some samples of our main topic of conversation tonight, and but I wanted to answer, who was it that had said that?
The 300 Blackout.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we. Yeah, Justin, give props to where props are due. So this is a CSW barrel and suppressor. So that's what that looks like inside the CSW upper receiver. If you were to take the suppressor off, that is what the barrel looks like. Okay. So you can see one of the unique things about it is where the threads are. That suppressor threads at the back of the barrel, not at the front of the barrel like a traditional setup.
Yep.
So the end of the barrel is way up here. That's what gives the length to the system while producing its compactness. But Justin, here's the reason why we can't use a piston on 300 Blackout. That's because of how short the gas system is. The gas system is designed for both subsonic and supersonic ammunition. We could probably open the crap out of that gas port and then put an adjustment plug in there to run both, but we choose to run a DI only. Because of the uniqueness of the ammunition, you can run subs and supers, and you don't have to worry about, it's not like 5.56. 5.56 can't run subsonic at all. It doesn't matter what you really do to the gas ports. I've never seen the gas port that can run a subsonic 5.56. If you were to do it, it would end up looking something like that.
Yeah, you'd have to absolutely dump the thing.
Yeah, it would probably end up looking like this. You'd have to find out where the peak pressure is, and then over inches, and then develop that a gas port like that. So we are not currently in development of any piston 300 blackouts due to this. Now, I don't want to say ever because we have a new design piston on our 9 mil. Because of how short the impulse is on 9 mil, it may lead to developments for 300 blackout.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We're not going to promise anything. It's just the technology is in development for it. So 300 blackout is a completely different monster compared to 9 mil.
Don't want to anger the engineers any more than they already do.
Right. Oh gosh, they're always angry at us salespeople. So we'll bring this back up. Okay. Let's see. Ben Wawa asked, "Where's the Holy Grail MWS CQB?" So he's asking quad rail. Yeah. That was, man. How many of those did we have in inventory last year, just sitting?
We ended up building them up into those 6.5 uppers.
Yeah, they were contract overruns. They had the 6.5 because the upper was from can't say, and then the barrels were from
can't say.
Yeah, and then we clicked them together. Contract overrun, baby. But I know that they shot really good because we're shooting one right now. Can you give a 3/4 video, 1/4 chat on the screen for versus 50/50? We'll have to take a look at that and see. He's asking about the blend of the screen.
Yeah, I was already looking at kind of how to change that around.
Can you go full screen and ignore the...
I might be able to do screen along the top and then chat on the bottom. Chat on the bottom. Yeah. I'll look into that.
Okay. He's going to look into that.
I learn what I need to.
Right. What Andy said. So Andy up here said something. Oh, yeah. Okay. MRPL. Quad length uppers on the way, absolutely. I know that we were producing. We had a big run of those go through. So
yeah, L7S1As.
MRPL quad long boy.
Oh, long boy. Oh yeah,
long boy.
Yeah, they accident.
Yeah, we got. So check out the website for that or your favorite dealer. Those should be shipping. I would, if I had to guess, within a month and a half. I mean, they're already produced. Now we're at laser, anodize, and assembly. Yeah, those are the big things on an upper. They're already produced, so they're made. It's just we got to get ready for the ancillary stuff. So, but hit up your dealers and ask for the part numbers. I'll type it down here for you guys for the the audibly challenged L7R.
That's at.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah.
L7RA 1A. No, 1A. Boom. For the people that are after, I just typed in the part number. That is the part number. Hit up your favorite dealer, Legion Rifle Works, V1, Titan, Boss Firearms, Big Tex. Rooftop. He's your new favorite just because of his persona, the senior sweatshop worker, and the fact that he is actually Korean.
Yeah, he is actually Korean.
And he Rooftop Defense. If you guys don't know, what year is that? That was in the 70s, 80s in LA.
LA riots.
LA riots, Rooftop Koreans. Look it up. Google it.
I'm sure they're well aware.
Yeah, and then check out his website. But yeah, give him a holler. That is something, I don't want to give anybody false hope anymore on lives. That product is available, but I know for a fact that those are coming up into stock here very shortly. So if you want to prep your dealer and say, hey, I'd like to purchase one of those, and hopefully what they do is they just say, okay, I'll let you know when they're available before they take your money or place your back order. That would be the ideal thing. Or just bookmark that website. That's probably the best thing to do is look through it, bookmark the website, and then just keep an eye out on it. Here in the next month or two, you'll see those. Could you melt down 7,000 A2 grips for stop mods?
There's a video.
Who is this? C8 LMT General Neutral. Okay. This is a problem letting people pick their, on the fly, pick their usernames. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now they can just do whatever.
And they can just change it.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for my Raging Steel to.
Yeah, Raging Steel will bust in at some point.
Raging Steel. Yeah, that guy's awesome. But we did talk once about what it would take to melt down like resin. Like if you had a SOP mod stock, you wanted to melt them down and turn them into more SOP mod stocks.
Well, because we had so many DMR 556 parts at one point.
We did talk about it, but the parasitic loss in the process was like we would only get like 40% back.
Yeah.
It was something ridiculous that when you destroy the grips to turn into more resin, you lose so much that it's really not, it doesn't make it worth it. But maybe A2 grips are just not worth it anymore. Let's see here. Ethan says there is a Reddit rumor comparing primary arms part numbers with LMT part numbers, and there's allegedly new uppers with a wider ID.
None of the people here know what the part numbers mean. I'm not sure what the ID would tell you on the part number.
Inner diameter.
Oh.
Maybe. We'll see. You'll have to just keep your peepers locked on primary.
I can't even figure out the part numbers some days when I make them.
Yeah, our engineers don't know part numbers. They all just make up their own as they go. Lancer Mag version be the 9mm available at the same time as Glock. We're not doing anything as of right now other than Glock Mag. So.
Yep.
Let's see here. Just for you, Joe. Ricky said, just for you, Joe, I swapped out my War Sport lower for the Mars. Oh, Ricky is from the Owner's Experience.
Oh.
He had a War Sport Industries AR, and I was, one of the goals that I had, I was messing with Conger, and I said, I want to find the guy who's here who doesn't actually own an LMT.
Yep.
Now, he had a monolithic upper on it and all that stuff, and yeah, I would say that's the heart of the gun, is the upper receiver.
Yeah, it's the most important component.
He definitely had a War Sport, and I gave him some shit, but Ricky was a pretty cool guy, and he had a lot of fun. And he was actually, if we'll get too personal on it, he was my bunkmate. He was 2 down from me, so he got to smell my farts.
Okay.
So, yeah. So.
And you didn't just send him a lower because he had to smell your farts?
No, that's not how we roll.
See, you don't even get a free lower if you have to smell Hayes' farts.
That's right. So, but yeah, no, Ricky's a cool guy. And I guess I am happy now. Thank you very much for that. People asking about Y1As, maybe in the future. How many months? And Spec Daddy says, how many months until 9mm? I know that the guys are still diligently working on the production. I think that we were still shooting for some being released in August. I don't know how many. Hopefully as many as we hoped. Here's the big thing, and I'd like to hear from you guys. And if you're watching this after the live on YouTube, please comment, because the comments here will just evaporate. What we'll see. I mean, we can read them, for our own leisure. But if you're on the YouTubes, give us, or go back to the Instagram or the Facebook post. Would you rather have a pistol with no brace or an SBR? That's what we're looking at right now. Because right now, with the way the pistols are going and the pistol brace legislation, I know that people will call us a shill for whatever, and that's fine. You can call us whatever. But the hard truth of the matter is the U.S. government, not necessarily ATF, but other people are actively pushing for no more pistol braces. That's why you're not seeing very many manufacturers push anything with a pistol brace. Pistol brace manufacturers are having a hard time getting them out because they don't want too much inventory if all of a sudden they say no more pistol braces. Alternatively, we might not even be able to produce what's called a pistol, even if it just has a straight tube on it, because they're trying to redefine what's called a pistol by weight.
Yeah, if you haven't read through that list, it's pretty hard to even make. We would have to ship it with an optic. You have to ship it with an optic in order to even meet the requirement.
Yeah, we would have to do something. And with the feedback that I got from this weekend's Instagram post where I had a hollow sun sitting on the L8C, it would have to end up going with a Night Force or something.
Yeah.
Equal stature. So we're looking at like a $8,000 pistol. So get ready for that. I mean, we're right up there now with like a Trinity 2011 or something like that. Just ungodly, or one of the other 2011s that just are unobtainable and ridiculous. Snagged an e-bolt from Big Tech. Just wanted to say I appreciate the work you guys do. We appreciate you supporting our dealers. So, any update on New Zealand reference? I haven't seen or heard from the production team on New Zealand reference rifles. I know they're on the hot list to get produced. We're pretty behind on them, but we are working on them. Those and L129s.
Yeah,
they're definitely on the list, but I know that they're gonna slam out some regular Mars stuff first.
Yeah, L129s are backed up. People have been asking for them for a while, and they're gonna start cranking some of those out, from what I understand.
Z Higgs, no YouTube this time? Question mark. Yep. So YouTube won't let us do lives and show guns. So what we're trying to do is this platform. This is our platform. It's all hosted by us and done by us. This video will still be recorded live and then uploaded to our YouTube channel. So you still be able to relive all these moments with us. However, it won't just be live on YouTube. And that's basically to appease the YouTube algorithms and the people who watch, the secret squirrel shoppers and all that stuff. Let's see here. Hey guys, I like the new live setup. Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate you joining us. Let's see here. Slipjet says, come on, I know Ricky, and he's not that cool.
Okay. Well, at least we know now.
Damn. Who makes that wall panel behind you guys? Let's see here. Couldn't tell you.
I think we just asked for it, and it got mounted to the wall by our maintenance department one day.
Well, I'm going to find out for you who asked for that. Rudy. Stand by, Rudy. I'm going to put in who made the wall panels for the studio. So passing this on to Randy. He used to work with us, and now he's moved back out to Utah. Did you see this? Hold on a second. Go back up. Annabeth, he had to listen to Haney snore.
Oh, is that your wife?
Well, that's my daughter's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is your wife typing?
I don't know if it's my wife or not, but
your daughter's really advanced.
She is. You know what? It's that PV school district, Pleasant Valley. It's like number 2 in the state.
She's not even going there yet. It's already seeping in.
Exactly. Something in the water. Let's see here. Oh, Tyler, I was across from you at the owner's experience and still smelled your farts. I feel sorry for Ricky. Who engraves LMT's aftermarket from my dumb coding ideas?
You've got somebody who's got that in the works.
I'm going to say Allegiant Rifle Works is probably going to be your go-to for that. I know they do a lot of laser, and they are the only certified coder for LMT. So basically you can send your weapon system down to Allegiant Rifle Works. They'll cerakote it for you, put the DFL back into it, and it would be considered LMT spec. Yeah, because Legion Rifle Works is one of our guys. So pistol no brace, pistol no brace, pistol no brace.
Yeah, it seems like it's winning. One SBR.
Yeah, we get a couple for SBR. The real question is, why are we letting this happen? Because unfortunately, we're just lowly people here. I really wish that we didn't have to bend to it. I mean, but there's only so much we can do. We have been supporting, some of those groups that help the initiatives to fight for gun rights in the Capitol, but at the end of the day, we're really victim to it, and the gun industry always has. So. So Richard says, some time ago you were referring to a Mars H version of for a SOCOM project. Could you tell a little bit more on that? Yeah, so that's an open tender right now called mid-range gas gun. It's basically a semi-auto sniper program or whatever. And we were down selected for one of two programs. That's the MRGGS, and that is a 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. But for all intents and purposes, I mean, other than the upper receiver on it, it is the core of it is what you can purchase as the MLK 6520 Mars.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically the 6.5 Creedmoor version of our DMR rifle, which, as a matter of fact, they're making a bunch of that don't have allocations.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I use that word, the A word.
We're gonna get so many calls tomorrow.
Yeah. So that they are making some of those, and we'll call up the dealers and we'll let them know if they're available when they're available, because I don't like promising product to anybody before it's available. So let's see here. Hector Flores. Hey Joe, sorry I'm late. Hector, better late than never. I'm glad you showed up. I don't know who Hector is, but
Hector, this will be available on YouTube.
Yep.
Tomorrow, maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Look, see, another guy, L7Y1A. We're working on it, man. I promise. Let's see here. When will the MRGGA submission be available to civilians? We'll see. We will definitely see on that one. That one ended up being a pretty nice little platform. It's just, that I can't get into too many details about it, but it's just the spicy load that they're trying to push through that. 14.5. It sings really well with like a 140 ELDM.
Yeah.
It's extremely accurate, and as best as you're going to be able to get up a 14.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor. So definitely. How many times a day do you guys get asked about spec war restock? How many times do you get asked?
I don't even count. The first live stream test, somebody butted in and asked that, and I immediately banned them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's right. We can ban you guys, so don't think that you're immune to the hammer. The hammer can happen. So, but let's. So we've been chatting for almost 45 minutes now. So, you were given the responsibility.
The reins, yeah.
The reins, right? To discuss a topic, because what we like to do in these is we have the general banter, we discuss some stuff, and then we get into a topic of conversation. And this evening, I let Aaron pick the topic of conversation. He had a hard time, so I kind of assisted. Pushed. It's like
you ever seen 300?
Yeah, exactly. But it's basically when you try to assist somebody in swimming and they don't know how to swim.
Turn that back on here.
So we're going to turn our camera on, and maybe.
Did it die again?
No, it's still on. It's got battery. Let's just try. Let's try that. See what happens. Nope, still dead. So let's. There it goes.
There we go.
I needed to think about it for a second. So we'll get a focus on it. So what we were going to talk about this evening was common things we see broken from customers. And obviously there's quality fallout. Every company has it. I hope that, unfortunately LMT has quality fallout. That's unavoidable. With as much stuff as we push out, we are instituting new quality programs and procedures. However, it's still going to happen. The best thing we can do is offer the best customer service in the other side of that, either in quick replacement or sending you new parts or something along those lines. So even though we do submit to, we do have some quality issues, we just try to honor our pledge of commitment to the customer, and take care of you on the backside. So that being said, we're going to talk about some of the other things that we see that are not LMT failures.
No.
That are pretty common. We had one last week, and I still got to work with the gentleman, but it always is prefaced with my gunsmith.
My gunsmith.
My gunsmith changed my barrel and my upper. So here's the neat thing about the LMT upper system. So we'll take a look at this right here. So the LMT upper is user serviceable. You do not need to be a gunsmith nor an armorer to change your barrel out of your upper receiver. It's just a T30 Torx, and as long as you follow the prescribed arrangement, let's see if we get it in focus here.
Which I did not.
That will not happen. So you can see here, Aaron is missing the front takedown screw. So I told Aaron, I said, Aaron, we're going live in 15 minutes. You have a minute and a half to break a screw. And he said, okay. He instantly ran. And he used the old LMT torque wrench to do so. So basically what he had done, which is what commonly happens, is he disregarded the audible and the, what would you call it, the tactile click that this torque wrench gives you. So this torque wrench is a typical torque wrench that you would use in any mechanical environment, whether you're putting together a car or doing some sort of work on some sort of machinery where you have a torque spec on the bolts. These screws, the locking screws, are at 140 inch-pounds. Inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. The problem that people run into is they'll either grab a foot-pound torque wrench, they'll misunderstand, or they'll utilize a foot-pound torque wrench, no, right down to 12 foot-pounds. But these things are designed to be used at like 60 to 70 or 40 to 100 or
They're
something
not,
like that.
The click on a torque wrench like this, that's designed to be up to 120 foot-pounds, when you're down to 140 inch-pounds,
yeah, 12 foot-pounds
it's feathered.
Basically.
You got your music jamming, and
yeah.
you're not even going to feel it.
So on these guys right here, the big problem that people run into is, one, they do come out of adjustment after years of usage. That's why when you see it, this one doesn't have it, but they'll have an inspection tag taped over, and this is locked into place, the adjusted portion. And that's how we used to ship them. For a time thereafter, we realized that people were having problems with these, so we got rid of that and went to that. This is a slip type torque wrench. Let's adjust the, maybe, right there, ish. Okay, so that's a slip type torque wrench. It allows, or does not allow, for over torquing.
Nope.
Okay.
As long as everything is seated properly.
Everything is seated properly. One of the common things that we see a problem with on this is these, if you can see up here, I'm getting on both cameras, but the bits on here these are stamped, I believe.
They're actually a MIM'd head because of the fact that it is a special component.
Yeah, it's a MIM'd head. So when you put these together, if I can do this appropriately without my big fat arms getting in here, you know, if it doesn't seat perfectly, you're going to want to, when this is in the upper receiver, give it a tap from the bottom to make sure that it is cutting into the head on that screw appropriately.
Yep.
Otherwise, what happens is it'll sit at the very top of the screw. You'll put pressure into it, and you'll strip it out.
Yep.
Then you'll push it in a little bit further, you'll strip that out. You push it in a little, so make sure it seats all the way, and you'll be good to go. So what he did was he broke this. That happens all the time, and we do hear about it where he broke both the screws.
Yeah.
If you break one screw, stop. You shouldn't have broke it.
I have a letter in my desk from a guy who sent it in with said he had torqued it to 140 foot-pounds and broke both of them, broke one and broke the other.
Didn't he buy a new set too and broke those?
No.
I thought I heard about someone doing that too.
Yeah.
Bought new screws and broke them.
Oh, I've seen that too. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Some of these screws, this isn't an intended purpose, but they do have a slight feature depending on generational. Ready?
Focus that a little bit.
Pull it back to the light. And I can zoom in more actually.
Okay.
Go that way and turn it towards the light so you can see it a little bit better. Like that. And I'll get the focus. Bear with us. Right there. Okay. So you can see on this generation, and not all the screws are like this, but these have little holes here on the back of them. That hole is actually there from the manufacturing process, not an intentional hole like that we designed. Some of them are completely flat. The neat thing about these ones is with that hole, you got a little pre-drilled thing. So when this scenario happens, the best thing to do is you take a large drill bit, not larger than the keying insert. That's the silver part right there. You can see the keying insert. As long as it's slightly smaller than the screw itself, if you put a nice sharp drill bit in there,
it'll just grab.
It'll grab and it'll unthread itself. You don't have to put a whole lot of pressure into it, and it's a great way to remove it. Because now there's no pressure on it. If there's pressure on it, those threads aren't going to be able, they're under torque,
So
under load.
if you got a stripped head, you're out of luck on that.
Yeah, the strip head's a big problem.
Yeah.
But if you have this scenario where you've broken the head, and because these guys, you can see right here, they're designed to break. This broke right where the thread starts. They're designed to break, so you're not damaging the upper receiver, because you don't want to rip this keying insert, the steel part right here. That's steel. Obviously, this is aluminum. If we threaded a steel screw into aluminum, it wouldn't take any torque at all.
You'd get 2 or 3 barrel tightenings out of it,
and it would come right out. Yeah. So we thread in a steel insert, and then you can see there's the 2 little tabs. There's one there, and there's one there. This is really hard to do when I'm looking at the thing, but those 2 little tabs cut across the thread to lock the keying insert into the upper receiver, so it's a locked-in steel, and those can be removed too, but very, very carefully. And
50-50 chance on getting it right.
Most times you're going to ruin your upper. So that's a common failure, and to avoid that, we always recommend using the slip type torque wrench. And these are available on LMT Defense or from your favorite dealer. This one, usually they have a tag on the back that has the inspection sticker. That is a sample one that we use in demonstration purposes. I think that one's loaded light, so it's easier. We don't take it when we're at shows and stuff. We don't take it to a full 140 inch-pounds if we're just demonstrating. We'll take it to, basically hand tight, just to show how it works.
Yeah.
So that's one of 2 common failures. You want to show off?
Yeah.
This one was actually surprisingly hard to do.
Yeah, we actually had to work at this one. Let's see if we can get a mill.
There you go. So let's say you wanted to change your trigger guard. You're going to put a Knights or Florida Control Designs. Roger makes some excellent trigger guards. They're very cool. Let's say you wanted to put one of those in. And this is what could happen.
And it generally happens after somebody Form 1s are lower.
Exactly. And
I don't know if I've ever gotten a call from somebody saying I broke the gear off.
I had a gentleman this weekend that I said, this wasn't an SBR, was it? And he goes, oh, no. And I said, good.
Yep.
Because that's usually the problem. But
and unfortunately on this one, there's really no fix.
Yeah.
So
we were needing talking materials, and we said, all right, let's break lower. So this one, you show them what happened to the other
Which
side.
this one's already toast.
This was toast. This lower, you can tell it's a full auto. This was part of a contract test that we were doing, where we had to do a bore obstruction. So a bore obstruction is basically, let's say you shot a squib just inside the rifling. You know, it didn't actually go into the barrel, or it went into the barrel, but not very far. And the subsequent round right behind it. So all that pressure is directly at the chamber. And this is what happens. It usually bananas open the upper as well. Or actually, our uppers just expand a little bit. They don't actually blow open.
You get a little bit of expansion and
maybe some cracking.
A little bit of cracking, some tear out, and the carrier's destroyed.
Carrier's gone. Bolt's gone. But this is usually what happens. So the lower was already toast. So don't cry when we broke it, but what commonly happens, how this happens is someone's putting the trigger guard in or removing it, and they are punching out that roll pin, this back one right here, with no support. You should always put this on a piece of wood or a hockey puck or a piece of Delrin or something like that to support the receiver while tapping out that roll pin. If you don't, you're going to run the risk of breaking this ear off, and it'll break like this, or it'll break up here.
That's what we were hoping for.
This is where it loses its support from the rest of the receiver. This, and you can kind of see this back part, it's just hanging. We installed and uninstalled that trigger guard 4 times. With no support, it didn't break. So what usually happens is it happens on really tight roll pins. Our roll pins, they aren't super tight, but they aren't loose.
They're tight enough.
They're tight enough
as they need to be.
They're tight enough for it to work. It's just a trigger guard. It's not gonna. I've never seen a trigger guard come out when it's walking loose or anything like that. So what had happened was we actually had to just bang on the ear of the trigger guard until it broke. We bent it until for a while. So
JB Weld, I mean, you could make a temporary fix, but I mean, it's never going to be the same. And you can't remanufacture lowers.
No, I have in one circumstance seen where a really good TIG welder had built that back up. And then, because it was a lower that a buddy of mine had, and I picked it up off of him for $5 because it was done. He wasn't going to do nothing with it. So I gave $5 for it, and took it to my dad, who worked at a manufacturing facility that specialized in custom making a lot of their own equipment out of aluminum for manufacturing process. And so a guy had TIG welded just basically a blob on the end of it. And it was really nice and strong, and I basically just milled the channel out and then used a Dremel to reshape it and drill the hole. And it looked good enough for Cerakote.
Good enough for
that's basically what had happened. So let's take a look. It looks like there's some chat. They're having a conversation without us.
Yeah, we're boring.
Yeah. Let's see here. We can go back. We could put this. We'll like this. Bring that back. There's some bad uppers out there that are not machine centered. Some thin walled uppers. Do you guys have bad forging run relay uppers from rooftop? No. There are some stuff that happens in the machining process. It's not a forging issue or nothing like that. But I don't think anything that would have happened there would have been from rooftop that I know of. I haven't seen any RGAs coming from rooftop.
What was it? The off center. Rounded edge. I think that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's coming back to us right now.
Yeah, and we get those fixed. You take both screws. What's going on? I love the quick change. Pascal says, I love the quick change barrel. 2 screws off, swap the barrel, torque the screws back on, and done. Yeah, you don't have to take both screws out.
No.
Just the front one. Loosen the rear one. I got a barrel here. I'll show you. Long boy. So if you take a look here, you can see how that barrel extension sits. It's got a groove on the barrel extension. So this is where the front screw engages. The back screw would sit across this empty portion of the barrel extension. So only the front screw actually interfaces with the barrel, and that's what needs to be removed.
Yeah, the rear one just applies torque to it.
Yep. Don't the LMT torque wrenches come bundled with your rifles? They used to. We stopped doing that in 2019.
2018, 2019?
2019 was the first.
Was it? Okay.
Was the first year. So 2019, we took the torque wrenches, sights, slings, all out of the complete rifle kit. And there are still some dealers, unfortunately, that are under the impression that all that gear still comes with them. It hasn't for years, and it's commonly advertised on our spec sheets and stuff like that. So, yeah, but they're, you know what, they're available. You can grab them on our website or through a dealer. Yeah, Bob said it. Rob said it. Whoever that is. Yeah, Rob. Pascal, that blows. They're taking a page out of Apple's playbook by not including the wall chargers and headphones now. Well, so here's the thing. You know, who's really actively using the wired headphones with their Apple? They're going with the earbuds, right? I got them at my desk. I don't have them with me, but yeah, I haven't used a set of wired in a while. And actually, the ones that I would use have the what do you call that pen? Just a regular audio plug-in.
Lightning?
No.
3.5?
Yeah, like a 3.5. That's the one I would use, but then I have to use a dongle.
Well, I think that's what you're talking
about. I know, but they don't give me a dongle.
No?
You know, because I want to use, because I fly a lot for work, obviously, and sometimes you get on the airplanes that have the TVs, right? Mm-hmm. And they have the decent movies, but you want to watch them and you want to hear them. But you have to use a 3.5 jack earbud sets. So those are the ones that I fly with, and I keep in my work bag or whatever. Otherwise, I have my Bluetooth Apple earbuds. So that's one of the things that you see. They said, well, people are just going to buy and toss those aside. And that's the other thing is, you know, with all of the devices nowadays, USB ports are in everything. This toolbox here that we have this stand on has USB ports in the side of it, right?
Yeah.
Every computer has a USB port in it. Almost every new vehicle made after 2015 has a USB port either in the dash, the head unit, or someplace in the center console.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, right. No, neither of us drive vehicles made after 2020, Y2K. Is yours?
No.
No? Okay, yep. So after, they don't even know that Y2K happened, our vehicle.
My security system's a manual transmission.
There you go. But outlets at home. I mean, you have the option now of a regular 110 or USB straight at the wall. So, you know, it's just a wall adapter for that plug. So, Joe and Dan, this is Aaron. This isn't Danny. This is whatever. Get out of here. You can get back off. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not taking a page out of Apple's playbook by shorting the customer anything. We're not charging the customer for anything they're not going to use. Now, our sights are great, and most guys keep them on there, but it adds a lot of money to the gun. The sling wasn't great. We got rid of that. We have new slings on the website you guys should check out. But most guys would ditch their iron sights or ditch their thing for something else.
And how many torque wrenches do you need?
Yeah, and then how many torque wrenches? If you're a serial LMT purchaser, you're going to do that all. But here, at the end of the day, I would say probably only 20% of our customers buy complete rifles.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, and that number might be high. I would say it's probably even higher. So yeah, we're not trying to short anybody, Pascal. It's just That's business, business 101. Yeah, but so yeah, the reference rifles still have the iron sights and the torque wrench. Don't both the L120?
New Zealand are now both these guys up here.
Both these guys come with the torque wrench. Pascal, if you want one, buy one of these. Good luck getting one. They're yeah, right.
Fight all the guys in the comment section who have been waiting on.
Right. Any talk of chambering 277 Fury? No, unfortunately. 6.8 development. We did partner with True Velocity, as did several companies with their TVC, TVC-M ammunition, which is the
civilian spec.
The civilian spec, telescoping, polymer case.
No, True Velocity. True Velocity is the white poly.
Yeah, that's right.
White poly TVC.
Yep. So, but anyways, we'll see on 6.8. We'll see where that market takes us. We're still very interested to see how the NSGW or NGSW programs actually come out. Congratulations to SIG on their win there. We're not going to talk crap about any companies or anything like that, but we're very interested to see where that program goes and what its future fieldings look like, because that's a big move for Big Green to switch from an M4 or an M16.
5.56 and M16 has been around for a long time.
So if you say like 62, 63, it's now 2022. So what is that? You got 40, 60 years of a family of systems. And
it's not going to be 100% turnover. No, it's going to be over quite a few years.
For whoever asked about these panels behind us, Randy says it's from a company called Securit. And they're pretty nice. They have you could buy little boxes for ammunition or magazines, different types of hooks and stuff like that. But that's 3 panels or 2. That's 3 panels right there that are all side by side. So nice little kit, nice setup. So when will Austin be on an LMT Live? I don't know. We only do these once a month. But Austin and I were just talking today about our next in the shop video, which will be on the enhanced bulk carrier group. Now that we've got some shipping out, some back orders are getting fulfilled, people are able to stop, losing sleep over it.
Oh, they still will.
They still will. Yeah, you're right. We're going to do it in the shop and go over all of the details that people want to know about what it's good for. What platform it was designed on, and a couple other things. So,
what it's not good for.
What it's not good for. There's a lot of industry rumors, and people just make up their own stuff. It's basically like if the argument about buffers and springs could be compiled into one product, it would be the enhanced bulk carrier group.
Said somebody today. Having issues having it run on a 20-inch rifle length gas system.
For why?
Why? Because it's enhanced.
Well, there was a guy the other day that was running, and we don't mean to out anybody. We're not going to say any names. We never will do that. But you'll know who you are when you hear us talk about you. But don't worry. Come to NRA and I'll give you a great big hug. And then you can forget all about it. Had a guy the other day put it into a gun shooting 300 Blackout.
Subsonics?
It's not going to work.
Without a suppressor?
I think he had a suppressor.
Okay,
he did have a suppressor.
He did one thing right.
Still super low pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed for M4s running 855 and 855
to cut that high pressure situation out.
It's the high pressure. It's the unlocking of the bolt that makes problems happen. So that's really where it's at. There are other uses for it, ancillary uses, or but other things. But it's not what it was designed for.
Yeah.
So, and my favorite saying, and most people love hearing me say it, is your mileage may vary. What will this do in this? Your mileage may vary. Well, what about with this can? Your mileage may vary.
Go out and shoot it.
Just go shoot it. Find out what your gun does.
See if it works.
Yep. And the big problem that people have is they don't tell us what ammo they're shooting either.
No.
They could be shooting XM190 or M193, or they could be shooting, I did see someone did a study on, I don't know if it was Wolf 22 or Wolf 193 or something else, but they said it's not real 193. They just call it that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not loaded to the pressures and the specs, but I'm shooting military ammo. No, you're not really. So, yep, that's basically it. We'll answer a couple more questions, and then we are going to kill it. We're going to get out of here, and we will see you guys next month. Or if you come on down to the NRA show in Houston,
we'll see you this month, later this month.
Yeah, we can see it, and then pick up a deal on Euro axle trigger. But besides that, we'll answer a couple more and get out of here. Any chance you'll offer lighter weight profiles in the future? We only do lightweight barrels on our 308 platform. Mm-hmm. We might look into the 5.56 system, but
you had an experiment going at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That was back at the old shop. You were trying to get lightweight 5.56 barrels.
Oh, I was, yeah, and I was told to sit down and shut up and go back to work.
Yeah.
But things have changed a lot, and the general community, you guys, really help establish some of our product trends and stuff like that. So don't count out a 5.56 lightweight, but it's not going to be, I'm going to release one, and you're going to be like, that's great, but what about this length, and that's the struggle. So, we'll probably take a look at what sold the most, and then we'll take a look at what a lightweight version might actually do to it, because some lightweight barrels don't perform like other ones. So
in the meantime, hit up D. Wilson Manufacturing.
Yeah, D. Wilson's a great guy to get done.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
Recent import of Wolf Gold.
Spec Wars. We talk about it, straight to jail. Straight to the prison where the OE was. Yeah. So I'll pay $1 more than casual mouse for the CSW. Oh, there's an ongoing auction.
Was there an auction?
I don't know. It sounds like
Is that what we're gonna do now?
There's a live auction on here for the CSW barreled upper. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe next year at the Owner's Experience we'll do a live auction on it and give that away. But then you got to buy one of the CSW uppers. At that point, you might as well just buy a CSW and be done with it. Buy the real thing. Don't be a clone or a noob or something like that. All right, guys. So thank you for joining us tonight with our new program here. Hopefully you guys learned something and we're at least entertained. At this point, how many live viewers do we have? I think I can go to this real quick. 42, that's it? Oh, you guys suck. Maybe there's more.
They're lost on YouTube somewhere.
They're lost. They're looking for the thing, so they'll find us later. But anyways, thank you for joining us tonight. Please make sure to give the social medias a like and a comment. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about in a future live. And then going forward from there, hopefully we can do more of these. But we will be doing some other stuff. I've been talking about it. It's just a matter of getting time to do it. We're a small team, and we're usually busy with a crap ton of other stuff too. So yeah, it doesn't stop. Our days are never easy here. So
it's not just this.
Yeah, it's not just this. We would love to be doing marketing stuff all day. So thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate you coming, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yep.